Good morning everyone and welcome to the class. We are doing the chapter Social Justice in Political Theory, and under this chapter we were discussing about pursuing social justice, how to pursue social justice, how to bring social justice in our society. And in this regard we have seen that the basic meaning of social justice is that there should not be a wide gap between the rich and the poor. There cannot be equality of wealth or property or standard of living. It can never be equal. And social justice does not mean that there should be equality of wealth or property or standard of living. What is required under social justice that it should not happen that there are two groups in the country and the life conditions of these two groups are very different from each other. They are so much different that it seems that these two groups are living in the different world. Their worlds are different. They can never match at any in any respect. And moreover, what is the another thing? If there is a wide gap between the rich and the poor, and there is hopelessness in the poor people are knowing that that their condition is not going to be improved, whatever they can do, कितना भी वो मेहनत कर ले, कुछ भी कर ले, but their condition is not going to improve. If this kind of despair, or we can say hopelessness, is there in the mind of the poor people, then this will be the absence of social justice. So if we want कि सोसाइटी के अंदर सोशल जस्टिस हो, तो उसके लिए सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट, द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट the basic minimum conditions of life must be fulfilled. And not only minimum conditions of life should be fulfilled, but all the people must be given equality of opportunity. And in this regard we see that everyone supports that the disadvantaged group of society must be provided some kind of treatment by the government, that their minimum conditions, basic conditions must be fulfilled. So there is agreement among people regarding this, but there is disagreement among people regarding how to achieve, how to provide this disadvantaged group all the requirements of their life. And in this regard we have seen in the previous class that there are two types of opinion. There are some people, there are some thinkers who are of the opinion that we can bring social justice by opting for free and fair competition. If competition is free and fair, everyone is equally everyone is given equal rights to participate in the competition, then there will be justice, because everyone will be able to achieve according to his or her abilities and merit because of free competition. But what we find that there are others who are of the opinion that this disadvantaged group must be given some special protection by the state. It is the responsibility of the state to provide them basic minimum needs of their life. Other than this, if it is not there, then their growth will be hampered. And in this regard, they are also of the opinion that the redistribution of resources can also be done. As I told you, in our country, the land distribution was highly unequal. So what happened, what was done by the government after 1950, after when the constitution came into force, the government made many laws. The aim of these laws was to redistribute the land resource among people, farmers. So this is the controversy. The controversy is regarding free market and state intervention. So these are the two things which we are supposed to know: free market versus state intervention. In this regard, we have discussed in the previous class that free market is that market in which every economic activity is free. Every individual has the right to own property. Every individual has the right to go for any contract or agreement through which they can take decisions regarding prices, wages and profit. So this is free market. Everything is free. The market is not, there is no control of a state. Competition is there. Everything is done through competition, and because of this competition, what happens, that the person who is meritorious gets more reward, and the person who lacks merit will not be able to get reward. So this is the funda of free market. And on the other hand, we see that there are supporters of state intervention. These people are of the view that state intervention must be there if we want just distribution of benefit. Whatever economic activity is going on, and because of this economic activity, whatever benefit is there, that benefit should be distributed in a just manner. Those with merit and talent would be rewarded accordingly. So they would maintain that whatever be the outcome of market distribution, it would be just. So this is the theory of a free market. And now we will see the free market. However, not all free market supporters today would support absolutely unregulated market. So what is free market? Free market is unregulated market. Okay, free market का मतलब क्या हो रहा है? The market is unregulated. There is no regulation from the side of state. The state is not controlling, the state is not regulating the market. But what we see that in present situation, in present scenario, there is no one who go for completely free market, completely unregulated market. Many would now be willing to accept certain restrictions. For instance, a state could step in to ensure a basic minimum standard of living to all people so that they are able to compete on equal terms. So what we find, that there are many who want that to some extent the state must intervene. To some extent there must be interference from the state, so that all the people of the country must be provided with the basic minimum needs of the life. And when they will be provided with the basic minimum needs of the life, then they will be able to compete on equal terms, है ना. जहाँ पर बेसिक मिनिमम नीड्स ही नहीं पूरी हो पा रही है, तो हाउ दे विल बी एबल टू compete with those who are very easily able to complete able to fulfill their basic needs. तो जब हमारे basic needs को पूरा होना, that is the first requirement. So in order to fulfill this basic needs of the people, there is need of state regulation. अगर हम टोटली फ्री मार्केट को छोड़ देंगे तो उस कंडीशन में जो हमारा वो ग्रुप है, the group which is not able to fulfill the basic needs of the life will be in the disadvantageous condition. They will not be able to get benefit of this equal opportunity or free competition or fair competition. So it is very much required that their basic need must be fulfilled, and in order to fulfill the basic needs of all the people, there is a need of state intervention to some extent. Not the economy should be in control of the state, but to some extent there must be state intervention. But they might argue that even here, the most efficient way of providing people with basic service might be to allow markets in healthcare, education and such services to develop. So people who want that there should be state intervention to some extent in the free market also, they are of the opinion that the basic services like education, healthcare and these services must be provided by the private agencies, and then only we can think of the better quality of the services. So free market के अंदर जब हम regulation की बात कर रहे हैं, तो it does not mean that the state should be there to provide these basic services. These basic services should only be provided by the market, by the private individuals or private groups. And what is the role of the state? The role of the state is to empower the poor people so that they can take the service of these private groups. तो फ्री मार्केट में जब हम रेगुलेशन की बात कर रहे हैं, तो इन दैट सिचुएशन we are of the opinion that basic services should be provided by the private groups or private individuals. In other words, private agencies should be encouraged to provide such services, while state policies should try to empower people to buy those services. Okay, so it does not mean कि if there is state intervention in free market free है, but still there is state intervention to some extent so that the basic needs of all the people should be fulfilled. तो उसके लिए ये ज़रूरी नहीं होता है कि the state should provide the basic services. Basic service जो provide करेगा वो private agencies ही होंगी, but स्टेट का काम है उसको रेगुलेट करना. स्टेट का काम है जो पुअर हैं उनको इतना एम्पावरमेंट करना ताकि वो उन सर्विसेज को अवेल कर सके. It might also be necessary for the state to give special help to the old and sick who cannot compete. The state can give special treatment to the old people, to the sick people, because these old and sick people will not be able to compete. And as we are talking about free market, so it means competition will be there. तो फ्री मार्केट के अंदर भी कुछ एक्सटेंट तक, टू सम एक्सटेंट, रेगुलेशन है स्टेट का, बट स्टेट इज नॉट द सर्विस प्रोवाइडर. द सर्विस प्रोवाइडर इज द प्राइवेट एजेंसीज. द स्टेट इज देयर टू regulate, to observe. The state is there to empower the poor. The state is there to give special treatment to the old and the sick, because they will not be able to compete, because free market is based on free and fair competition. And that is why we are providing this basic amenities to the basic services to the poor section, ताकि जब उनकी बेसिक नीड्स पूरी हो जाएगी देन ओनली दे विल बी एबल टू कम्पीट, है ना. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस द रोल ऑफ द स्टेट शुड ओनली बी टू मेंटेन अ फ्रेमवर्क ऑफ लॉज एंड रेगुलेशंस. ओके, what is the function of the state in free market? We are talking about presently, we are just talking about free market. And in this free market we see that state role is there, role of the state is there. Okay, it's not कि एकदम completely state का कोई रोल ही नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं होता है आज के समय में. तो role of the state is there. And what is the role of the state? Role of the state is to maintain a framework of laws and regulation. आप स्टेट हैं, आपका काम है एक ऐसा लॉज और रेगुलेशन का फ्रेमवर्क आप तैयार करिए जो कि एंश्योर करे, टू एंश्योर दैट कंपटीशन बिटवीन इंडिविजुअल्स रिमेन्स free of coercion and other obstacles. So play the role of supervisor. You are the supervisor. आपको ऐसे रूल्स बनाने हैं, आपको ऐसे लॉज बनाने हैं, ऐसे रेगुलेशंस बनाने हैं जिससे कि जो कंपटीशन है, फ्री मार्केट का जो बेसिक फीचर है कंपटीशन, वो कंपटीशन जो है उसमें कोई ऑब्स्टेकल नहीं आने पाए, वो हर तरह की कोर्शन से फ्री होना चाहिए, किसी तरह का उसमें वो ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन नहीं आना चाहिए. तो ये इसके लिए कौन रूल्स बनाएगा? इसके लिए जो रूल बनाएगा वो स्टेट बनाएगा, है ना. तो दिस इज द रोल ऑफ द स्टेट, टू मेंटेन फ्रेमवर्क ऑफ laws and regulation. To ensure free and fair competition. Okay, so this is the role of the state in free market. Okay, they maintain that a free market is the basis of a fair and just society. Market should be free, तभी हम एक fair और just society को establish कर पाएंगे. If there will be control of the state on the market, then just society and fair society cannot be established. The market, it is said, does not care about the caste or religion of the person, isn't it? That is 100% true. Market has nothing to do with these concerns, the caste, the religion, the gender. Nothing works. It does not see whether you are a man or a woman. It is neutral and concerned with the talents and skill that you have. It has only one concern, and that is your skill, your talent. It has nothing to do with your caste, it has nothing to do with your religion or gender or color or anything like that. ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक ही चीज़ पर इसका फोकस होता है, and that is your ability, your merit. If you have the merit, then nothing else matters. So this is called, this is also called meritocracy. The system in which merit is the most important criteria. Other than merit, nothing is taken into consideration. Only merit is there. So this is the free market. तो हमने क्या देखा? Free market is based on the concept of free and fair competition. But in spite of this free and fair competition, there will be many who will not be able to participate in this free and fair competition because they lack basic needs of their life. So in order to fulfill this basic need, there is need of state intervention. But state will not be there to provide the basic services. The basic services will be provided by the private groups only. The state is there to regulate. The state is there to make laws so that the competition should always remain free and fair. So this is your free market. One of the arguments put forward in favor of market distribution is that it gives us more choices. Okay, we see market in a free market we get more choices, and if the economy is controlled by the state, then our choices gets limited. There is no doubt that the market system gives us more choices as consumers. We can choose the rice we eat and the school we go to, provided that we have the means to pay for them. Yes, that is the main thing. The market economy provides us more options. But we are free to choose कि इतने सारे ऑप्शंस हैं हमारे सामने, उसमें से हम किसको चूज़ करना चाहते हैं. जो भी हमको बेस्ट लगता है, वी कैन चूज़ दैट. बट in order to avail that service or in order to purchase that good, what is required कि हमारे पास उतना पैसा होना चाहिए, है ना. then only we will be able to. options तो बहुत है मार्केट में, options की कमी नहीं है, बट हम उन options में हम क्वालिटी को देख के सिर्फ डिसाइड अगर कर रहे हैं तो that is very good. बट when we are considering कि हमारी जो इनकम है उसके अकॉर्डिंगली हमको क्वालिटी को डिसाइड करना पड़ रहा है, तो फिर ये डिस्टर्बिंग होता है. There is no doubt that the market system gives us more choices as consumers. We can choose the rice we eat and the school we go to, provided that we have the means to pay for them. But regarding basic goods and services, what is important is the availability of good quality goods and services at a cost people can afford. So when we are talking about the basic needs, so when these needs are basic, the need of food, clothes, housing, educational needs, then medical care, all these are basic needs. So what is required that all these basic needs must be provided at such a price that everyone is able to afford it. If these services are provided at such cost that only the rich people are able to use that service, avail that service because of cost, तो फिर उसका कोई मतलब नहीं रह जाएगा. It will become meaningless. If private agencies do not find this profitable for them, they may prefer not to enter that particular market or to provide cheap and substandard services. So what we see that the sole purpose of private companies. What is the sole purpose of private companies? For what they are doing economic activity? The sole purpose is profit. They are, whatever they are doing, they are doing only to gain profit. And now what they are supposed to do? They are supposed to provide basic services to all the people of the country. They are supposed to provide basic services at such a cost that all the people, even the poor people, should be able to purchase it. So in that situation, what will happen? That these private individuals will find that this is not a profit oriented job, because बेसिक नीड्स हैं, सबको हमें अवेलेबल कराना है, तो वो कॉस्ट भी नहीं बढ़ा सकते हैं, तो फिर क्या होगा कि उनका प्रॉफिट कम हो जाएगा, तो फिर वो उसको करने में इंटरेस्टेड नहीं होंगे। या फिर दूसरा काम भी वो कर सकते हैं, या तो करें ही नहीं, बेसिक नीड्स प्रोवाइड ही नहीं करें, and if they are providing basic needs at a reasonable price, then they will deteriorate the quality of the service. Okay, so if private agencies do not find this profitable for them, they may prefer not to enter that particular market, है ना। अगर उनको प्रॉफिट मिलने का पॉसिबिलिटी कम होगा तो उस मार्केट में, उस एरिया में वो एंटर ही नहीं करेंगे। और to provide cheap and substandard services, they will enter the market, they will provide the services, but the services will be cheap. cheap होगा तो फिर क्या हो जाएगा? Quality will be substandard. Standard quality नहीं provide करेंगे, but substandard quality will be provided by the these private organizations. That is why there may be few private schools in remote rural areas. We all know all these things. In rural areas, you will hardly find a private school. In rural areas, there are only mostly government schools, because in rural areas the private schools will be there. If the private schools will be there, if the private school is there, then what happened? That the people belonging to the village are, they lack so much resources कि इतना they don't have that much expenditure capacity कि वो private school के फीस को भर सके. So what will happen कि people will prefer to send their children to the government schools only. तो उसमें क्या होगा, जो private schools है उनका लॉस हो जाएगा, जो भी उन्होंने खर्चा किया इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे, दैट विल बी अ लॉस. तो इसलिए हम क्या देखते हैं कि जो भी रूरल एरियाज़ हैं, विलेज वाले एरियाज़ हैं, खास करके जो रिमोट रूरल एरियाज़ हैं, वहाँ पर हम यही देखते हैं कि प्राइवेट स्कूल्स होते ही नहीं हैं. एंड फ्यू which have been set up may be of low quality. हो सकता है हो एक हमें दिख भी जाए, but in those private schools the quality of education is very low, क्योंकि उनको फीस ज़्यादा मिलेंगे, वो मिलेगा नहीं, तो फीस जब कम मिलेगी तो वो क्वालिटी भी अपनी लो कर देते हैं. The same would be true of healthcare or housing. In the same way, private hospitals, you can see in city, so many private hospitals are there, so many, इतने सारे कि we cannot count them. हर गली में, हर मोहल्ले में जहाँ भी देखिए आपको प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल्स नज़र आएंगे. बट अगर हम रूरल एरियाज़ में जाते हैं तो रूरल एरिया के पीपल जो हैं, दे आर डिपेंडेंट ऑन गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल्स ओनली, बिकॉज वहाँ पे प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल्स हैं ही नहीं. बिकॉज द private individuals, they know that in villages people will not be able to spend that much money on healthcare, so their hospital will run in loss. तो उससे अच्छा है कि हम रूरल एरियाज में खोले ही नहीं हॉस्पिटल्स. In such situation, the government might have to step in. So when this type of situation is there कि private जो हैं वो profit oriented हो रहे हैं and they are not willing to give their service in remote village areas, तो वैसे में क्या होगा? गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स अगर नहीं हो तो फिर तो उनको बेसिक नीड्स उनकी पूरी नहीं हो पाएगी. तो ऐसे में in this condition it becomes very much important for the state government to provide these services. But this also create a different type of problem. We will discuss, continue our discussion in the next class.